Hello and welcome to my homestead. Today I want to give a quick overview of my peppers who are seriously confused. We are almost to the middle of October. Today is October 9th, and my peppers, both planted in pots and in the ground in the regular garden beds, are really confused by the weather. Some of them are still ripening, a lot of them are turning, but they also went into blooms. Look at this. The pepper is covered in blooms. And it's different varieties, but they're all doing the same thing. No matter what variety I look at, they're covered in blooms or flower buds. Look at this. Some already started setting new peppers. But mostly they're just really confused. They're supposed to be dying off at this point. Of course, these are the ones in pots. I will be overwintering, so I will bring them inside, indoors, when it gets cold. But at the same time, they're all blooming and they're all setting fruit. And like I said, it's not just in these spotted peppers. So let's go take a look at some of the peppers in the garden beds. So same thing with this Wiri Wiri. It was struggling all summer long, but now it's in a serious production mode. I mean, just look at this. They're covered. So many young peppers forming. I am ecstatic that they're growing, but at the same time, again, we're going to drop soon into cold temperatures. Okay, let's go take a look at some others. This one is still producing, but it's also, just like the others, is setting blooms. Lots of them, and new peppers. Right next to it is this Korean pepper, loaded. I mean, look at this. A lot of peppers. But the same thing, it's also going into bloom again. It's setting new buds. So it hasn't finished producing yet. It has a lot of fruit already on it. But it's confused by the weather and it's in full production mode. Alright, let's go to the other peppers. Now, this is the garden bed that I showed you before where I was harvesting. And yes, there is still a lot of peppers to be harvested. I mean, just look at this. They're gorgeous peppers. Nice, large, lots of them. But at the same time, just like the others, they started to bloom and started setting new fruit, so I get a lot of these young ones. Like I said, my peppers are seriously confused. They just went into a second or third flush of peppers. All of them. Same thing in the front garden. All of those peppers are still producing heavily, just like these. But they also gone into production mode again. So now I have to figure out how to transplant this from the garden bed because it's gonna get cold soon. Tomorrow we're dropping down to 40 degrees. And in another week or two we'll have frost. But in the meantime, my peppers don't know what they're doing. At least the ones that are in the pots, I can transport them inside and they will continue growing. But oh well, adventures in gardening. So on that note, thank you for joining me, and until next time.